Hey, what's up everyone? So if you're watching this, you must be wondering, how can I get my gas mileage to improve on the Element? And there's not much you could do except not modding your Element, keeping it factory original on factory size tire. Don't get any roof racks. Do not put a lift kit on there. No fog lights, no light bar, and don't drive like a maniac. So these are the main ones that you could do. Also, make sure you check your air pressure on your tire, because it does affect your driving on your car. Just less, definitely less rolling resistant, or whatever they call that. When you have too little air, your tire is not being its most efficient, I should say, because it's not all the way around. So you should want to do 38 psi or more when you're driving, especially if you're doing a lot of highway driving. You want to up that. Oh, there's the gas station I'm looking for. So anyways, the main thing you need to do when you're traveling on the highway is not driving over 65. If you could, stay around 60 miles per hour, because you're gonna notice a big change in your MPG. One thing is, when you're driving over 70, because our car is not, the car's shape is poorly designed in a aerodynamic sense, so you're not going to get the best gas mileage. In that case, what you want to do is stay under 60 or just above 60. Yeah, you are going to get to your destination a little bit slower. Also, the other thing is going to be your wind noise. It's going to be a lot better in your car. You could actually hear the difference from your tires and your front of your windshield all the way around. So try to go as slow as possible on the highway, and let me show you what I got in the full tank. And this was showing a lot less before, so you know how bad this is. Give me a second here. Okay, so I'm on empty now, as you can see here. It's at 251, and on the previous setup I was getting about what is it? Probably no more than 240 to 230, which is pretty bad. So let me show you how many miles I'm going to be filling up right now. Just give me a second. By the way, look at that Datsun truck over there. It's a D50 79. I just talked to the guy. It's pretty cool. I love the graphics. Alright, so coming back to this, if we divide that number, which is 12.9, so roughly 13 gallon by 250, it's roughly about, it's just a quick equation here. It's about 20 miles per gallon with all. Alright, so if you do the math, roughly it's about 20 miles to the gallon. Oh, I gotta flip a U here. 250 divided by 12.9. Oh yeah, it's not really equal to 260 divided by 20, which is about 13 gallons. But since the tires on this car is a little bit bigger, it's able to get about 20 miles per gallon, which I did used to all the time. I think I got as high as like 23. This used to go up to 280 to the tank, and at one point when it was all stock, when I had about 50,000-60,000 miles, my car was able to get over 300. I was like 320 or more, I'm pretty sure, positive. Too bad I didn't keep any records back then. But the maintenance I've done on this car, though, I've done my oil change, my spark plugs. The other thing is the valve train adjustments. Basically all that I really need. The rest are just like tire, Make sure it's not, you know, I'm riding on shitty tire and alignment. That's gonna mess up my overall driving efficiency. And then also another thing, another thing is I don't so yeah, so make sure all the thing I listed earlier, like, you know, you got to make sure a car's efficient. Good tire, good alignment, no fog lights, no freaking roof rack, and you're gonna be able to get more than 300 miles to the tank. And of course, don't drive like a maniac on the highway. Just drive like an old person, somebody that's just really conservative when you're driving. Don't go over 65. You don't have to. Maybe follow a car, get the wind draft, and make sure all your belongings is inside the car. You don't have anything on the roof rack. No fog lights. I think I already mentioned that. So then you'll be getting a much higher MPG on your car. So that's it on this one. I just wanted to give some of you Element owners some tips on how to improve your MPG. And on this car, like I said, I've done all the things I could except having those fog lights. I mean, that's something I've had for a while over my ownership. And then my roof rack, it's another thing. So I think on my way back on this trip, I'm gonna make sure I have 40 PSI on all my tire, so I know that it's at its full efficiency. I mean, the ride, it's gonna be a little bit more rough, less cushion on the tire, but I just want to see what kind of MPG I'll be getting on the way back. And actually, the wind might, you know, if it's blowing against me, so that might decrease the MPG, maybe 1 mile per gallon as well. And that's all. Hope you like watching, you like the tip, and comment what your MPG is, whatever you're driving. I mean, even if you don't drive a Honda Element, I know the CRV gets a lot better mileage because of just the way the car is shaped, you know. The aerodynamics on the car is a lot better. I've been hearing people with a CRV, they get 22 to 24, which is pretty good for you know, pretty heavy 4-banger, and then as high as 30 to 32. I mean, that ranges from the year of your generation and year of your CRV, but it's pretty good for SUV. I mean, the car makes like 160 horsepower, so it's nothing crazy, but it's not like a it's not like a, I guess, like an outdated car that makes like, you know, 130 horsepower. So yeah, comment your MPG on your SUV, your mid-size MPG. I mean, mid-size SUV, and especially if you have a Honda Element, I want to hear what your MPG is. All right, thanks for watching.